was kind of the idea man a lot growing up. I always been like, yo, today we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, we're gonna do this and that. I was kind of growing up. I had a lot of control issues. When I didn't get my way, I, in a way, kind of threw a hissy fit about it. Um, I was mad about it. Let's just say that. Because I told my friends, I'm like, yo, we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that. Then other things happen. Yo, bro, get the boys together. We're hopping on the pod. Sorry, wrong number. All right, today we're gonna talk about friend groups, bro. Like, let's be honest, we all had that, that certain friend group. You literally grew up with the people. You know what I mean? Like the neighborhood kids all hung out with each other and stuff like that. There was fights on the way, there was drama on the way, but there was also a lot of good times on the way and stuff. You guys become close as ever, and it is crazy to think about though, all those neighborhood kids that you literally grew up with, and you kind of think about it, you're just like, when did I stop hanging out with them? And I'm gonna just straight up tell you guys this. I honestly, I feel like it's either once you get into high school or once you guys all get your license, it literally just everything disappears. And don't get me wrong, I mean, you still can hang out with those people. Like, there probably is people out there, but most certain, like, I'm talking about that whole group, like, all you guys hanging out and stuff like that. And then at one point, though, you guys all just, like, separate from each other without you even realizing it. It's just crazy how you grow up. Too, with like groups. I remember me and my one friend, we used to have this friend group in middle school, and those two people, well, one went to a different high school, then the other went to our high school together, and it was so weird that we were so close in eighth grade with him, but for some reason, it's just freshman year is just like we had no beef with him. Nothing happened. We just stopped being friends with him. Like, it was just weird like that. Like, you would have thought, oh, we all we're all going to the same high school, let's stay together. But I mean, me and my friends stayed close and stuff like that. But like, it was kind of just weird that we just literally just. I mean, he went to like a different like friend group though. And then funny thing is, like, junior year rolled around, I actually had a class with him, and then started talking again or whatever, and like being friends. But yeah, like I said, I mean, neighborhood kids groups, like, it is crazy that you guys literally go to each other's houses like every day on the weekend, or especially summer, hang out like every day in the summer, and then it's just all of a sudden that thing stops. Like, I remember when I was a kid, like, at my dad's house, I used to have these these friends or whatever, and then like we used to wait till when it gets dark out to play Ghost in the Graveyard, and then it was like as soon as we rolled around to be like, I'll say like later on in middle school maybe, we just stopped playing Ghost in Graveyard, and that was really it. In my mom's neighborhood, it was kind of getting license and getting jobs and stuff like that. Like, we don't hang out as much as we used to, but again, that's life. That was, like I said, my friend group. Like I said, me and my one best friend throughout school and stuff like that, school years, he still is one of my best friends. But me and him, we used to hang out with like different groups, if that makes sense, like different people. And I remember too, like, freshman year, I think it was, or yeah, end of freshman year, we hung out with this huge group of people, and but then all of a sudden though, that group of people literally just we all separated from each other, except, I mean, me and my best friend still stayed friends, but it was weird. It was like literally just all disappeared just like that in a snap of a finger. So it is just kind of weird to think about, and a lot of people don't realize this. Okay, so like, I always been more of a fan of a small group of people. Groups you can consider 4 or 5, and then a lot you can consider like 10 or 12. Well, I'm gonna say this: the bigger the group, the more drama is gonna be, the more the more fights is gonna be, the more there's gonna be people that has control issues. There's gonna be people that's not down for whatever. It's just it's gonna be a mess. Small group, it's the same thing. You are in groups, you're gonna have a lot of fights, a lot of drama, a lot of it, but you're also gonna have those fun moments. You're gonna have funny inside jokes. Like it's not all bad. It's not all drama. There's a lot of good times when you're in a group. And again, there is gonna be people that are gonna feel left out. It's gonna be the butt of the joke. There's gonna be this and that. There's gonna be the leader. You can consider somebody. Like I said, in a lot of groups, there's, like I just said, there's the leader. There's the wild card. Growing up, I was kind of the jokester. Until this day I still am. It was weird. I was kind of the leader in a way, but kind of I can also be the wild card. I can go with the flow, but I can also have ideas. I was kind of the idea man a lot growing up. I always been like, yo, today we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, we're gonna do this and that. I was kind of growing up. I had a lot of control issues. When I didn't get my way, I, in a way, kind of threw a hissy fit about it. I was mad about it. Let's just say that. Because I told my friends, I'm like, yo, we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that. Then other things happen, other plans happen, and I used to get frustrated. And I was like, yo, we said we're gonna do this, and they're just like, I don't know. But I mean, that's just life. You can't plan your life. And I found out that years later. I was, like I said, I was also kind of the wild card. I was always climbing on things, jumping off of things. When someone dared me to do something, I did it. When I dared myself, I still did it. I was never like really one to just been like, I'm not into that. I'd just be like, if I was into it, I was into it. I'd be like, yeah, I bet, let's do it. It's weird though. But here's the thing about me though, is like I'm not afraid to jump off things. I'm not afraid to climb on heights. I'm not afraid of heights, basically. I'm not claustrophobic. I'm not any of that. But good thing is about me is, though, that I never got into peer pressure. When my friends started, say, doing drugs and stuff like that, or vaping, I never really got the temptation to do that. I never was like, yo, that looks so cool. Let me do that, too. Some people offered it. I said no. Just because your friends do something, that doesn't mean you have to do it. If you feel uncomfortable with it, if you feel like it doesn't suit you, you don't have to do it. And like I said, in that friend group, your friend group can become like a family to you. I grew up with a friend group that had all dudes in it or whatever, and then I also had a friend group that had guys and girls in it. And like I said, I mean, those girls were like my sisters to me, and those dudes were like brothers to me. They were like a second family to me and stuff like that. Especially when I had a lot going on at home, I went to their house and stuff. So it is really nice to have a friend group there for you without you even knowing it. And again, in like TV shows, you always see these like friend groups going on like wild adventures and stuff like that. And in real life, yeah, maybe it's not like that, but at the same time, you also got to think about it is like how many memories you make with your friends without you even knowing it. It's crazy. Now, I'm gonna sound like a negative Nancy and stuff like that because I'm gonna give my cons and then I'm gonna give my pros on groups. A lot of cons is gonna be like, say, your friends go paintballing and stuff like that, and you never got the invite, and then it turns out you found from another friend that so and so went paintballing with each other, and you're just like, yo, why wasn't I invited? That happens a lot. Like I said, there's going to be, being the butt of the joke, there's going to be times where you're going to feel like you're targeted and stuff like that, and then you're just like, yo, I'm done hanging out with these people and stuff like that. And then you realize that they're going to have fun times and stuff like that without you, and you're just like, yo, like, I wanted to do that. Well, you're the one that decided to lead the group. There's going to be times where everybody is not on your side about stuff. That happens a lot too. And like I said recently about having control issues, there's gonna be people in the group that has control issues, and there's gonna be people that are go with the flow. I had this happen a lot of times. Like I'm very hard headed, and I'd be like, "Yo, let's do this," and then another person will be like, no, I want to do this. And then I'll get frustrated, and then I feel like my friend isn't sticking up for me or isn't on my side, but really they just don't want conflict. Really, they don't want to fight. That happens a lot. Like I said, you do butt heads a lot in a group. It can be very hectic sometimes. But here's the pros. A lot of times though, you really, there is no pros actually. I'm being straight up honest. Like, groups suck. They suck. Honestly. No, I'm just playing with you guys. There is a lot of pros. There is a lot of good times with people. You make so much memories. You guys have just ideas after ideas after ideas. Like, most of the time it's always a good time. Like, and you just have so many stories to tell about this person to this person. Or if you like are frustrated at this person, and then you have that one friend that actually does stick by your side, that's really cool. You make a lot of friends when you're in a group. You can become friends with other friends when you hang out with other people. It is crazy. I have a person that I hang out with that I was actually once friends with his friend, and now I'm like, close friends with him, and we don't even, or I don't even talk to the person that I hung out with how I met him. So that's really cool. Like I said, groups can be hectic at times, but at the same time, they can also be there for you. You can have a lot of good memories and stuff like that with those people. And again, especially when you go to like events or activities, like, it is fun to have more of a group than just two people. I think even number is probably best choice when you go to like a major event, because when you do tend to have like, say, five people, two people are talking, then the other two is talking. What's the odd man out doing? Like I said, even number is probably the best choice when you're making plans. Yeah, like I said, I mean, concerts, movies, beach days, like I already said concerts, festivals, like, all fun in a friend group. Here's the one thing though that is challenging about a group is making plans with people. Man, does that get annoying. Guess what, guys? Not everybody's on the same page as you. When I first wanted to do a podcast, I wanted to do it with my friend group. And then I was thinking and thinking and thinking. I'm like, oh, maybe I can do it with these friends. Those friends are very unreliable. Those people always have something going on, or they're just not reliable. So that's why I just said, screw it, I'm doing it myself. And that's what I literally did. Sometimes I even be trying to get people on the pod, and then other things happen, and I'm just like, okay, well, luckily I'm good at doing things on my own. I'm good at riding solo, so at least that's good. But like I said, I mean, but don't get me wrong though, like, doing stuff with your friends and stuff like that, like, I remember when I used to vlog and I used to do it with my friends. Did it go the way that I wanted it to go? No. But at the same time, I rewatched those vlogs, and man, were those some funny moments. And those were fun moments. Like, I remember we had nothing else going on, and then so I was like, yo, let's vlog. And we vlogged, we did some funny antics, we were winging it. And honestly, that was actually the fun moment, and that's crazy. Because I remember when I was vlogging, I had this idea and said we're going to do this and that for the vlog. And those weren't even the fun moments in the vlog. The fun moments were the times we were winging it. Now, we're going to talk about mixing friends in other friend groups. That is a really challenging thing. You can have it where your friend that's really close to you, your best friend, say so, one of your best friends, that you really want in that group, and you include them, and your other friends that are close to you don't like that person. That can be really challenging on you. You can feel like necessarily the middleman. You're just like between both. Like, what is it called? Rock and a hard place. Because you're like, yo, listen, like, this person's my best friend and stuff like that. They've been there for me. Like, why don't you like them? Oh, they're so annoying. Growing up, I had that a whole bunch, and especially looking back on it, and I was. But here's the thing, though. Honestly, who wasn't annoying at 15 years old? Who wasn't annoying at 14 years old? No matter what, the older you get, guys are immature, bro. Like, if they're not immature, they're not fun. Like, they have a plain boring personality. People are gonna find you annoying and stuff like that. They are gonna find you. Some people are gonna find you obnoxious. It really depends on what you find obnoxious and annoying. Sorry, went on a little rant, but mixing friends and other groups is a very hard thing to do, because there's gonna be people that you don't like. There's gonna be people that don't like you. I got very lucky where, in a way, I kind of grew up with people that are siblings of each other, and yeah, those siblings do fight, but at the same time, they are like my siblings, and siblings do fight. But there's never like, oh, I don't want to hang out with so and so, because truthfully, is like we all just grew up together, so it was like it's kind of cool that we're not gonna try to distance each other out because of whatever flaw you have. Like school friends, like that's really challenging, like including your friends outside of school with your school friends. It's like I said, it's just challenging mixing groups. Because so and so might not like so and stuff like that, and you're just like, bro, I just want all of us just to have a good time. Like I said, making plans with groups of people. Man, you see it on social media all the time that these friends go on vacation with each other. These friends hang out all the time with each other. What's going behind closed doors? Do they constantly hang out with each other all the time? Because let me just say this. If I hang out with my friends all the time, I will get annoyed by them. We all have a different mindset. We all had different plans. We all had different ideas. It's just... It really depends on how you look at life, I guess. If you are good in groups, like I tend to be good in groups and stuff like that. It's just it can be challenging at times. But like I said, I mean, I hope your guys' friend group stays friends and stuff like that, because it is really cool to have like a second family. It is really cool to have people that are like siblings to you. It is, especially when you're younger, like. And if you are like, say, age of 13 or whatever, try your best to stay closest with those people that are your friends now, because it would be a really cool story telling your kids, like, yeah, me and your dad been friends since 5th grade or whatever. It'd be a really cool story. I always wanted that one friend that has been friends with me since kindergarten, but in life, though, you guys both tend to just like different things, and you guys do just kind of separate from each other. But like I said, I mean, I had a lot of good times in groups, a lot of fun activities without me even knowing it, without things even being planned either. That was really a fun time. So your whole life doesn't always need to be planned. Don't forget that. But this Real Talk with K.M.B. We out.